This video is sponsored by Artlist. Tamron 70-180mm f2.8 Di III VC VXD G2, a very long name and a second incarnation of this good and versatile zoom. Very popular focal range and a lens that it is great size, weight, and most importantly, great price. This is a lens that can do a lot and a lens that is very hard to complain about. What Tamron is doing with their current lineup is very exciting. They have created good, desirable set of lenses, and now they are evolving them. They create the follow-up versions that can work even better on the latest cameras, and the lenses that can deliver outstanding professional results. This is no exception. There are a few significant updates from the first version, which I will talk about in this video. I'll show you lots of samples shot with it and hopefully help you decide if this lens is for you or not. So keep watching, don't skip to find out more about it. Before we start, quick disclaimer, I have this lens on loan from Tamron UK, but as always, I was not asked or paid to say anything specific about it, and everything you see and hear in this video is my honest and unbiased opinion about this lens. The new features are built-in optical stabilization, new improved external design with customizable button and a switch, USB-C socket for customizing the lens, brand new autofocusing system, and new and improved optics. It is actually a new lens based on a first model, not just a little update, and it really does not disappoint. Right now, at the moment of filming this, it is only available in Sony E-mount, but possibly Tamron will release Nikon and maybe even Canon versions in the future, who knows. Shooting with it is a pure joy, easy to use, it delivers results that are seriously good. Top-notch color and contrast. I'd even say that images shot with it have slightly more contrast than average. The autofocus works seamlessly even in more difficult lighting conditions. The sharpness is outstanding most of the time. I've noticed that it suffers slightly past 100mm wide open at minimum focusing distance, producing ever so slightly softer images when you get closer to your subject and you zoom in past 100mm. Not something to worry about. It's not a problem as such, and it is easy rectified by closing the aperture even a little bit down or not shooting at minimum focusing distance. Overall, it is a very minor thing and not that obvious or noticeable. Minimum focusing distance of 30 cm at the wide end at 70mm and 64 cm fully zoomed in at 180mm. With the version 1, to get the closest minimum focusing distance, you had to go manual and focus manually. This is rectified here, all works in auto as it should. Let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Artlist. Artlist is a well-established and very well-known subscription service, mainly known for copyright-free music. They also do other things like footage, video templates, and more to help content creators or filmmakers with much needed audio-visual assets. But now they have just launched something new and very exciting. They have an AI-generated voiceover feature now. There are 38 different voices to choose from, and you simply type your text in, click on generate button, and you have a human sounding voice recording ready to use in your project. Here you go.
Using the voices of real voiceover artists, you can instantly convert text to spoken word.
You can add voiceover to any project when you can't or don't want to record yourself.
You can add narration to any visuals quickly to speed up your workflow.
Does it sound good?
Does it sound good?
Does it sound good?
Does it sound good?
There are sliders with which you can change the emotional range or style of the voice. You can tweak this to make the generated voice fit better the style or mood of your project. It takes breaths in before speaking, making it more natural sounding and more human.
I can add voiceover to any project.
No more hours of searching for the right person, voiceover artist, and you get your voiceover ready to go into your project instantly. This could be a game changer for a lot of people creating social media content and even professional filmmakers who need a good quality narration quickly. Check it out, you get 2 months for free when you sign up. Link is below this video. The completely reworked optical design means that there's almost zero chromatic aberration visible. Also, the flaring and ghosting is very well under control. The bokeh is much better than with the previous version too. And the right conditions, very smooth, but also it shows some roundness and swirling, which adds a ton of character to the images or video shot with it. Really nice subject to background separation and that zoom compression you get when zooming in and getting closer to whatever you are photographing with it. For those of you interested in filming with this lens, there's literally no focus breathing visible. That's where the lens looks like it is zooming in or out when you change the focus from something close to you to something further away. None of that here. Also, autofocus works absolutely flawlessly and silently when shooting video with it. The lens has also got optical stabilization built in, which helps not only to get smoother video shots, but also longer exposures when shooting photos handheld. It is not parafocal though. The focus is not staying in the same place throughout the zoom range. Something to note if you shoot video focusing manually a lot, and that is important to you. You can't parafocal with this lens. Built ever so slightly bigger, longer than the version 1, a few millimeters longer. It had to be longer to accommodate the new custom switch and the focus hold button. There's also USB-C socket on the lens now. There's no need for a lens dock. As with all the current Tamrons, you can connect the lens directly to the computer and use free Tamron utility software to update the lens firmware or to customize it. Tamron utility allows you to change behavior of the focus ring, for example. You can also customize the switch and the button. There are a few options to choose from through the app, or you can allow them to be assigned by the camera. Very neat feature, as with all Tamrons, that you can connect to the Tamron utility is the AB focus pulse. Once enabled, you can quickly preset focus point A and focus point B and let the lens to do consistent and accurate focus pulse for you automatically. The lens has got a solid feel to it, well built and weighing respectful 855 gram. Focus ring is well dampened, but a touch loud when turned. There's some hearable plastic on plastic rubbing sound coming from it. The zoom ring has got just right amount of resistance. The lens extends a bit when zooming in, and there is a dedicated zoom lock to lock the lens at 70mm so it does not extend by accident. 67mm filter thread, full weather sealing against moisture and dust. Overall, the lens is 3mm longer and 50 gram heavier than the version 1, but still a decent size for a wide aperture zoom like this. Price value for money, very well built, and high quality zooms like this never used to come cheap. This still isn't very cheap, but it is more affordable than the alternatives from Sony or Sigma. Right now it retails for just over £1,000 or $1,200. Sony 70-200 GM2 costs more than double that. Sigma is £500 or $500 more. Yes, it's missing those 20mm at the long end, but it costs significantly less than lenses from the competition. Conclusion, very good versatile zoom lens that is perfect for landscape, street photography, close-up, portrait photography and much more. Very good improved follow-up to what was and still is a great lens. It is light in comparison to similar lenses on the market. It is also smaller. It misses those 20mm from the zoom range, but is it that important? If you are really needing a zoom with a bigger reach, you would go for something more specialist like 150 to 500mm. In my opinion, this has got ideal range for everyday usage, and I never noticed or specifically missed those 20mm. In real world situations, you just get used to what you have and make it work, and this works very well. It has very small issue with ever so slightly softer image at minimum focusing distance at 180mm. As I said before, not a big problem and really only noticeable when pixel peeping. Overall, the optical quality and performance it delivers is very good and way above average. This is a lens for someone who has already invested in Tamron before, someone loyal to the brand, someone who needs the high image quality but wants to save some money and is not bothered about other more expensive offerings from the competition. Yes, it might not have the same or all functions of Sony or Sigma, but not everyone needs those anyway. I have been a long-time Tamron user. One of my first proper grown-up lenses was Tamron, and I'm still a fan of what they are doing. A little bit unusual focal range here, but a lens that can deliver pro-quality results for sure, and one that I recommend. Check it out. And this is it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.